Hi, I'm Samantha and this is my old bus. I bought this bus to convert into an RV. I'm going to use it to travel back and forth to Colorado. I chose a school bus because I wasn't satisfied with the safety ratings of a traditional fiberglass RV. And I just had a baby and wanted something safer. Today I'm going to be changing out the steering gearbox on my Bluebird school bus because it has a lot of slack in the steering and it's like driving around my own coffin. When you're trying to steer this thing, you've got to turn it all the way and then you start to turn. It's really difficult to drive. In case you don't know how to open your bonnet, the proper way to prevent any damage is to open one side, go to the other, open it, and then pull by the handle. This will prevent any cracks or breaks in the corner of your bonnet over time. My bus has an inner fender, which has several clips holding it on. So you pull those clips off, to release the fender. Real quick, let me show you how I know that there is too much slack in my steering gearbox. This is the gearbox. Now the driver is going to turn the steering arm, see how much he's able to turn it, and nothing is happening down here. That's how much slack there is. See? All that movement here, no movement here. Now some of the parts we're going to be working with are the power steering gearbox, the pitman arm, the tie rod, and it has to come off first because it's difficult to take it off in any other order. And this is the power steering pump, power steering line, right here. And those are going to have to be disconnected. Now that I'm down here looking at everything, I've been looking at my yoke and I can see that there is some slack in these U-joints or universal joints. They're wore out. So, while I'm at it, I'm going to replace those too. With some side cutters or dikes, you've got to take out this cotter pin to remove the tie rod. It's best not to straighten these and reuse them. You can get a pack for just $1 or $2 and have new ones. Now go get a socket and take this nut off. If you don't have a tie rod separator, the only thing you can do is bang on the pitman arm and hope it comes out. Because it's wedge shaped, eventually it should come out. Now you're going to need a 12-point wrench to take this off. Anything else will strip it. Okay, we're going to have to crowbar this thing off. Okay, so you don't have to worry about getting everything out of whack. There is a notch here on these splines and a corresponding one in here. So you don't have to worry about getting your steering off. It'll only go on one way. In order to take this nut off, I've got to stick the tie rod back up in there just for the time being to hold it, otherwise it'll turn. I hope you ate your Wheaties this morning. Okay, took the nut and washer off. I'm going to knock this back out. I don't have a puller, so I'm going to make a really good effort to get this pitman arm off by hitting it with a hammer or whatever I've got to do. If I can't get it off, I'm going to take it to the auto parts and see if they will pull it off because I'm buying the parts from them. And if they won't do that, then I'm going to have to go buy a puller. Try not to cause yourself any unnecessary pain by rounding this nut off. I've got a support strap right here that won't allow this line to come out, so I've got to take it off. So I've got these two lines off, and the last step to do is take these bolts off. You ain't gonna believe this, but I've had to take the bonnet off to get to this bolt right here. Okay, a couple hours later, we've got this off. Now, when I took these two bolts off, I ran a piece of rope through here and ran it around the frame of the truck to keep it from falling while I was taking everything apart. Took the last bolt out. I was not able to get that off of there. I'm going to have to try one of my other options. Now down here, I've got to take this to the auto parts. Back here's the number that they need. You weren't even able to see it when it was on the bus. So I've got to take this in and let him take a look at it. I've got to replace the entire steering shaft because these U-joints, universal joints, these were not made to come off easily. So this has all got to be replaced. Up here, this is busted. So I'm going to have to take this in and get a whole new steering shaft. And that is for another day. Thank you for watching my videos. Please click like and subscribe. Our next video will be how to put all this back together and how to put all these parts back on and repair what was broken.